Okay, here's the cockpit of the Global Express. It's cold dark. We're gonna get it fired up so we can get some fuel and head on back home. So as we get in the aircraft here, pretty warm day here in Turks. We're gonna check our circuit breakers, make sure they're good. They all are. We kind of go through and start our fire handles, make sure they're all in. Cabin power's off. Our hydraulic pumps are off. Our battery master is off. Come on down. Nose steer is off. Landing gear handles down. Light spoilers are retracted, set to 0. Thrust levers are at idle. Engine run switches are off. Flap slat lever matches the position on the wing, and they're both 0. Brakes are off right now. We're chocked. And then come down here, and our rat and landing gear emergency extinction is stowed. Once we do that, we can come up here and turn the battery on. There's some clicking and moving. Now the Global is equipped with a electronic management system. This is electronic circuit breakers basically. And we do a couple of checks with those. It does some systems checks for us as well. So first thing we're going to do actually is come over here and check our DC power supply when the displays come up. There they are. Alright, so check our DC power. Avionics battery's a little warm, but we got good voltage. Then we come over here and check our status. Those are the circuit breakers we would expect to see out. Go to a test. First thing we're gonna do is a lamp test. Check all our lamps. Make sure they're working correctly on the overhead. And the pedestal. So that's done. Then go to the oral test.
Oral warning test 1. Stall.
Emergency descent.
That's our EDM mode.
No takeoff. Left
Alright.
engine fire. Right engine fire.
Now we're going to do a fire test.
Left engine fire. Right
Gloves
engine
work.
fire. APU fire. Smoke. Gear bay overheat.
Alright, good test there. Now we can go and start our APU. We'll go back to our status page here. And we've got our APU bleed in auto. Take the APU, run it to run. We'll see the APU show up here on the status page. And we just give it a start. We see an APU invite test. See the RPM start to come up. At 100% in 2 seconds, we got electrical power. And then at 60 seconds, we'll get bleed air from the APU. Go back to our AC and DC page. There's our AC page. There's our DC page. That looks good. Okay, once we get the APU up and running, we're going to come to our nav. IRSs, take them to nav. Come up to our CDU FMSs. Load. Actually, we're going to swap the database. Then load. We do that here. Load that database. I'm going to type nav Same thing here. That database is active. It got loaded. And now we're ready to move to the next checklist. We got airplane and flight publications on board. Circuit breakers and fuel oil panel we checked. Emergency equipment was checked. Fire discharge handles 3 in a vertical. Hydraulic pumps were off. Nose wheel steering was off. Landing gear lever was down. Flight spoiler lever retracted, set 0. Thrust levers to idle. Engine run both off. Weather radar both off, and the lightning sensor system was off. Slap flap lever maxed. Rat manual release handle stowed. Landing gear manual release handle stowed. Battery register came on. EMS circuit breakers we checked and acknowledged. The lamp oil warning and fire test accomplished. Got some nav lights on. Forgot that. That's why we run checklist. Turn those on. APU is started. We don't need to do the FADEC reset, so what we'll do now is the hydraulic pumps. We'll do a quick test on the hydraulic pumps here in a second. So we left those off because we were chalked. Parking brake we left off. IRSs we turned on. FMS net NDU programmed, and clocks are set. So now we can move to the flight compartment originating check. We'll run that, and that's how we get the Global Express fired up.